That sounds right. I'm going to say it all again. Thanks, guys. There's no sound. Appreciate that. So, I'm obviously doing really well here on my second stream ever. My sound was off. Forgot to turn it back on after switching the stream over, so you guys didn't hear us all chatting in pregame. Yeah. So, I am Carley, your aforementioned, trying to work on everything and do everything all by herself. Dungeon Master for this stream. This is my second stream ever, so I'm sorry about all of the sound issues. But yeah, so tip jar. Tips go to supporting artists and to helping upkeep this stream. You can give fun goodies to the players. Things like pluses to rolls, re-rolls, healing potions, wild magic surges. You can even bring a player back if you want to. So that's great. And otherwise, I make dice. I'm trying to jump into this whole streaming world, and I have a wonderful group of people that are helping me do that, where we're going to play some wizardly shenanigans. We're starting at level 3, but we'll get into that more after we do some intros around the table. We are missing one person today. They're not feeling well, so it's going to be a little bit of a short session. But we'll start over here with Lauren, if you want to give yourself a little intro.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Lauren. I was in Carley's last stream. It was a great time. If you haven't watched the VOD, definitely go check that out. I was dead for most of it. Still had fun. But I did all of the art for the characters for this stream, which was super fun, and I'm glad everyone trusted me with their characters to do so. You can find me on Instagram at Lauren's Open World. It's really the only social media that I use, so see you there.
Alrighty, so next up we are going to have Ben, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, I'm Ben. I've been playing for a long time. This is my first real stream, and I'm really excited to be here. I am Brick with an extra K on Twitter, and that's me. I'm just looking forward to a great game.
Awesome. So next up we have Shanice.
Hey, so I'm Shanice. I'm very excited to be playing a wizard for the very first time. And yeah, also new to the whole streaming thing, but very ready. And I'm just Shanice_Charday on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome. That is our wonderful Shanice. So next up we have Dusty.
Hello everyone, my name is Dusty Penny. You can call me Dusty or Penny. I am on Twitter as @DustyPenny with 2 Y's. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons / TTRPGs for probably 6 or so years. And I am very excited to also play a wizard for the first time. This is going to be very exciting.
Ooh, lots of first-time wizards. Love it. So last today, because we're missing a player, is wonderful Jaqulin, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Jaqulin. I use pronouns she, her. And I'm not new to the streaming thing or D&D thing, and just really excited to be here and play with all these awesome people, and have wizard shenanigans in Detention.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, just so everyone knows, we will be doing a wonderful dice giveaway today. So let me input what the beautiful code will be so everybody can get their chance to win. Players included can input themselves into this beautiful giveaway. There's my giveaway. Oh, it's so very tiny. It doesn't like me right now. Okay, there we go. Right. Keyword will be. Wait, I have to write it in first so that you guys don't miss your chance. No, it's not Wixards. Okay. Sorry about this. Okay. Yes, it will be #wizards. Anybody that puts #wizards into the chat will be entered for a chance to win. So, yeah. That's how it's gonna go. Very excited. Wonderful. Okay, set that up. We're good. Great. And yeah, and that'll be running throughout the entire night. So just put in your wizards and see if you win some dice tonight. It will be a D20 from my shop of your choice. So yeah, very, 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 very excited. But yeah, we're gonna get down to it now. Get right into this wonderful business. Today we find ourselves it's Saturday morning, early. Who wants to be up this early? Nobody wants to be up this early. It's freaking Saturday. It's probably about 7 in the morning for most of you, since detention starts at 7:30 a.m. Yay, yay, yay. Now, all of you guys attend the wonderful Silver Spell Wizard School, Wizard High School. This high school is situated in a pocket dimension. So all of you come from many different planes, worlds, but you guys all meet here and go to school here, and you all know each other, or at least know of each other. And we're gonna settle in, and we're gonna just go around the room and do some character introductions and how you're preparing to get to school for your detention. So we will start in the same order that we did previously. Lauren, if you would like to describe what your character looks like, their name, and how are they this morning?
I think Rhysa is standing at the portal entrance, waiting for it to fully open, and she's a changeling, so about 5'4", pale skin, but past pale to just white, and silvery hair, and then these dark eyes that have kind of a constellation look to them. But she's dressed. You see a floral vest, shorts, and she has her school cloak kind of half over one shoulder, and she looks a combination of pissed but also resigned to her fate.
That's a vibe. So how does Rhysa get to school? And where is she at currently if she's not on campus?
Currently she is at the portal station in the Feywild, as that is where she is from as a changeling. I don't think she would be aware that anyone else from the Feywild also had Saturday detention. So she's just kind of zoning out, looking into space, waiting for the portal to fully open.
That's fair. Which would bring us wonderfully into our intro of our other Feywild denizen. If you would like to introduce yourself and what you're doing this morning and why you're not at the portal yet. Or if you're on your way, or if you are there and they just don't know it.
So, as Rhysa is standing there, you see approaching, very frazzled, doing her makeup as she's walking, about 5'10", a spring eladrin named Josie. She has big curly pink hair, deep brown skin, and she's wearing her Silver Spell cheer uniform, which she always wears instead of the regulation uniforms. And she has been up since 5 because detention does not take away the 10-step skincare routine that you must do every morning. So she's applying the last touches of her makeup right before the portal and just runs in and waves.
So yeah, Rhysa, right behind you. Your friend, Josie, just comes out of nowhere, jumps in the portal before you can, while waving at you.
Rhysa, who was just totally zoned out, just sees a flash of pink and is like, what? Josie? And then just jumps in after her.
Awesome. So that'll bring us to one of our other beautiful characters, and Ben, would you like to introduce what your character looks like and how they're prepping for detention today?
Sure. Tomasz is arriving at the portal escorted by his uncle, I guess, the wizard Helicosta. Helicosta is really, he is a grumbly, crusty wizard of an uncle, mainly because Tomáš's master is not around, or is trapped in some kind of magical twilight in between. So Helicosta has kind of been annoyingly keeping an eye on Tomasz, so he kind of delivers him here to the portal. He is not pleased because Tomasz is supposed to be at practice this morning. It is coming up on varsity season, and Tomasz is not at Mage Tower practice, the wizard sports ball. This is not good because he had a particularly good summer attending a camp at Strix U, where the Mage Tower players from across the multiverse had been promising coming up. This is not the way you get a scholarship, by being stuck at Saturday morning detention. So as he arrives, quarterstaff in hand, he, he's like, look, I'm sorry. And the Helicosta is just like, no, it's not all right. You're supposed to be better than this. And Tomasz is just, it's like, I'm sorry. Look, I'm going to do this and get done. And I'll do the second one. I'll do 2 days tomorrow. He's like, you will do 2 days every day until practice is normal and detention is done. Fine. And I did not pack your lunch. You have to take responsibility. At which point, Tomasz is like, man. He heads into the portal.
Okay, so next up, we'll move on over to Dusty.
So my character's name is Rory. She basically looks exactly how I'm dressed right now. Dyed blue hair. She's wearing just the regular uniform. She is at the portal right now, walking up. She's looking through just her book, and not that she's excited to go, but she's excited to kind of get away from her duties at home. And so she just goes straight through the portal with no issue. She's like, all right, whatever. And heads on in.
Awesome. And now our last person joining today that we know of. Jaqulin, if you want to describe your character and what they're doing.
Absolutely. So I'll be playing Orchid Thumperton, who is a Harengon, and they are currently surrounded by probably 5 to 10 of their siblings, who are hounding them as they're approaching the portal. Just kind of both, some siblings scolding them for getting detention, and some who have had detention probably half a dozen times in the last month alone, just yeah, finally you got detention, you're one of us now. And they're just they're kind of trying to tune it all out as they approach, and nodding and saying yeah totally, to the one or two siblings, and as they're just in time. They planned this perfectly because they knew this was coming, to leave the house at the time, a perfect amount of time it would take to walk to the portal, and sees the portal opening and goes, okay, I have to go, and starts literally running at full speed towards the portal, to get away from all of their siblings. because bunnies have lots of babies, and gotta go with the classic trope there.
Yes, yes, we do. So, yeah, you all of you are coming through the portal into our beautiful campus. And you guys are coming in through this front entrance here, and you know that usually you've been asked to meet over on this side here in this first floor library area. And so you guys are all headed that direction. Oops. And so the first people through the portal are Feywild denizens. The two of you have just come through the portal, and you're walking up into the school, and at the entrance of the school is one of your older professors. This is Professor Shane. She's the older woman, usually takes care of your sorry, words are very difficult today for me for some reason. No, sorry. Professor Shane is one of your instructors for transmutation. And she is standing up on the steps. She is a older human woman, gray hair, tight bun, very, very much McGonagall vibes. Lots of McGonagall vibes here. And she looks at the two of you running through the portal. You shouldn't run. You know better. You're in here for causing trouble. Why would you want to cause more?
In my defense, I was spooked by this one sprinting through the portal. Who sprints at 7 in the morning, just by the way?
I mean, it's a beautiful day to be sprinting, so... Also, I'm not here because I was running amok. I was here because y'all said I needed to do my homework, and my mama says that homework gives you wrinkles.
Right. Homework does not give you wrinkles. Homework is required. Please take care to do it in the future. You may seat yourselves in the library as I wait for the rest of your companions.
Come on, I know the best spot. Also, I was wondering why you were in detention. I haven't seen you here before.
Yeah, they said that one too many times, and I guess I have to do homework now, even though I'm passing all my classes.
Yes.
If you haven't figured
Yes,
out
you
that
do.
they're sticklers here. Like she said.
Oh.
All right, so as the two of you guys head off to the library, the next person out of the portal is actually Orchid.
I guess they come running through the portal and do the kind of like Bugs Bunny feet on the ground, like skid to a halt in front of this teacher and just like wide-eyed.
Thumperton.
Hello. I'm here.
Yes. Yes, you are. Thank you for coming. But once again, this is a hallway. This is an entry area. This is not your personal playground. I will meet you in the library shortly. There are a couple of your companions there already.
Oh, who's here?
Miss Starcarver and Miss Ashcroft.
Oh, perfect. A candid time. And they immediately pull out sort of like a crystal that's sort of shaped like a camera
and mage hands it and goes like sprinting into the library to go take Candid.
No running and no pictures. This is detention.
Okay, sorry. And we'll like try to hide it. We all know full well that they're not hiding it for much longer, but
If you walk into the detention room, Rhysa is absolutely balancing one of her hair sticks on like her top lip.
oh,
Just like leaned back in a chair.
like very stealthily gets into position and like immediately the crystal goes floating into the air with the mage hand as they begin to just like you hear like clicking sounds as they're getting candid shots.
Awesome. Yes, I love it. So the next person through the portal to be greeted by Miss Shane is Tomasz.
All right, so Tomasz comes in. He's definitely still got it. He's in his full, like you can see from his art, he's got his mage tower practice uniform on, his staff, and he comes in. Professor Shane, are we sure I got him his practice for this? Like, I'm telling you, the magic mirror chamber was unlocked when I got there. Like, I don't know how the door was unlocked, but it was unlocked, and I did not. Like, I just
as
found it
amusing
open.
as it is to hear you fumble around for an explanation, you are in detention because you've earned it. Now please make your way to the first floor library and join your companions.
All right, going. Heads off.
And last through the portal is wonderful Rory.
So Rory just kind of casually strolls through the portal. And she goes, "Oh, hey, Professor."
Hello. Thank you for arriving calmly. The rest of your compatriots seem to fail to get the memo that this is detention. If you will please follow me and come to the library. We shall discuss what exactly you will be doing as punishment while you are here for the day. This way. And she just starts walking off at a small clip down the short bit of hallway to the library.
She follows right beside, and she goes, "So how's your day going?"
Great. I love being here on a Saturday about as much as you do.
"Oh, I don't think it's a problem."
Sure you don't. Right. This way, and she walks right in, because it takes like 2 seconds to get down the hallway. It's one of the first rooms there. And you enter into this, it's the, open study section of the library, so it doesn't host the most books, but it has more tables and, study areas for you to settle down at. And, what greets Miss Shane, Professor Shane, and Rory as they enter this library?
Rhysa is still balancing the planer, because she's got 2 hair sticks. One is just plain cardboard. She's still balancing that on her top lip, except for now she looks like Professor Shane as she's doing it. Of
course she does.
And Orchid is right in photographer stance, oh, perfect, can you just lean back just a little bit and then I can go, and then moving the mage hand around, and then every now and then it goes to Tomasz as they're over in the corner doing fancy stuff to get some candids there also.
Balancing his staff on one hand.
Josie is absolutely pulling her pom-poms out of her tiny little makeup bag and cheering this whole thing on.
Students, please desist. Starcarver, resume your natural form. Thank you.
Of course.
Great. Now, for whatever reason or another, you have been placed in detention for misbehavior. Now, as part of this detention, we wish for you to learn from your past mistakes. So if everyone will please come up here. And she twists her hand and a little small box appears out of her hand. It's very fancy. It looks like a little chest. And she opens it up, and inside are these small, square, crystal figurines. You're not quite sure what they are, but they're just little small, square crystallines. They almost look like you could eat it if it wasn't, crystal. Please, come grab one of these. It'll be your assignment for the day. Now,
Is the assignment...
Rory grabs one. Oh. Yeah, Rory grabs one.
Yeah, Orchid will also very sheepishly.
Tomasz will come up and very quickly grab one, hustle back.
So we'll just
I think
stroll
that
up.
this one's the prettiest, so I'm gonna take that one.
Yeah. Rhysa will pick up one and kind of just toss it in the air and then catch it, and then give Professor Shane a grin and walk back to her spot.
she does another little flourish with her hand, and the little chest disappears. Now, the first part of your assignment is to figure out what your assignment is. Your assignment is contained within each of these trinkets that you have been given. You may work together. You may work alone. What you may not do is play around, destroy school property, or leave until the end of the day. I will be in my office. Proceed. Yes.
Does that include the Mage Tower pitch?
Off limits.
Okay, just checking.
If you do not complete your assignment, you will guarantee yourself another Saturday detention. So please do your very best to complete your assignment. Any other questions? Mr. Durnan.
Is extra planar assistance permitted?
Magic is permitted. This is, after all, a wizard school.
I meant okay, cool.
Great. Have a good day. And she
Bye.
walks off out of the library, presumably leaving the five of you there. But, as on trend, I will need perception checks from everybody for the first rolls of the game.
First rolls.
Yikes.
A 15.
11.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Woohoo!
Hey!
9.
2.
Nice.
Running the gambit here.
Yes. The only one who noticed is Josie. She noticed a small insect, like a butterfly, floating up in one of the corners. You would recognize it, especially with a natural 20, as Professor Shane's familiar.
So, y'all, just wanted to let you know that even though she's not here, I think we might have some company. And I kind of point over to the corner.
Invisible
Not
stalker.
that we were planning on doing anything bad.
I knew it was too lucky for us to have been left alone.
I don't see the invisible stalker.
Do you point out the familiar?
Yeah.
Oh, the moth. Oh, I thought there was an invisible stalker. Sorry.
That's the butterfly. This is a moth. And Rhysa will summon her familiar. And you see this like green and pink lunar moth appear and then kind of settle on the desk.
Does yours eat flesh?
I don't know. That's an excellent question.
Question is that?
My uncle keeps flesh-eating ones.
Oh, fun. Like what?
They're death's head moths. They eat flesh. He said they're from the Feywild.
Fascinating.
I'm just curious.
Just like in his house?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm totally good. You just
Blink twice if you need help.
No, I'm good. I promise. It's
okay.
They're just. That's why I was just curious. It would be a crazy familiar, but we have them around the house.
My goodness.
He's kind of a destructive mage, but that's him.
Oh. Okay.
And it's cool. It's not exactly my uncle, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, what the heck are we supposed to do with these?
Apparently they're an assignment, whatever that means, however. I'm not sure. You're strong, try and break it.
Okay. And line up with the quarterstaff. I'm like...
As you do that, you see the book that was lying on Rice's desk like floats up and a quill appears and it starts writing in the book, floating in the air.
All right, and he kind of tosses a little softball up in the air. See if he can hit it with the staff.
Okay, give me an attack roll for your quarterstaff.
All right, give it a go.
And just as you're lining it up, Orchid is immediately getting into position to take, a series of images.
Sure. 15.
Okay, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Okay. 6.
So you go down and you know that you're going to strike true. You know it in your bones. And you line up and it looks like it hit it. Except that with the almost equal force that it went down, it bounces right back into your face and you take half the damage that you would have done. So you take 3 damage from it whacking you straight in the nose.
My
Good to know. It does not break.
Okay, my knob. Oh, that hurts my knob. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to hit it. That was a bad call.
Rice will just tear a piece of paper out of her spellbook and kind of like wad it up and give it to him like, sorry, not a medic.
Sorry. I should be okay for a few minutes.
Amazing.
While you guys are doing this, Rory has gotten onto one of the tables and she's just kind of sitting cross-legged, flipping through this black leather-bound book. And a Tasmanian tiger has appeared next to her and is just kind of like curled up, just watching.
Is anybody else doing anything? Looking at the little things that you've been given, trying to infer anything? Is anybody else trying to mess?
Look in. Is there anything in it?
Give me a perception check. What'd you roll?
We're all gentle people here. Do I really need to? 5 total. 5 after the
What was the natural number?
3.
Okay.
That was a solid
Okay.
3. These are brand new dice, and clearly they have not been.
Sounds like
properly-
somebody needs to
properly
buy
seasoned.
some dice from me.
There we go.
Well, I have my bag right here. What's that plug?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of, we are currently still running our dice giveaway, so if you haven't put it in, #wizards. #wizards to be entered into our dice giveaway. Let your friends know. Yeah. No, so you probably bring it a little too close to your eye and you're like resting it right on your eye and you can't tell anything because it's just, nope. It's a crystal thing.
Oh, yeah.
Rory's gonna pick hers up, and what does it look like? What is it? An animal? Is it a flower? Like, what does it look like?
So it's a little square thing about 1 inch by 1 inch. It looks kind of like, if you've ever seen those like fake crystals that you can buy like at like kids areas of the store where they're like, here, you can grab like a bunch of different ones of these for like, fill up this bag for $5.
Right.
So as soon as you grabbed it, it turned into your favorite colors. So each of yours is a different color. But it just looks kind of like a fake square crystal at initial look is what it looks like. It's pretty light, but it's not as light as you would think. So it's obviously not fake. It's probably a real crystal of some kind. It just looks fake.
Does it have any markings that we can notice?
Give me an investigation check.
Ooh, okay.
As Orchid's doing that, I'm gonna try a light spell and hold the wand up, the light up behind the crystal, kind of rotate it through up against the wall, and see if the light shining through does anything.
Alrighty. So as you shine the light through it, it makes like that prism effect, like on the wall, and it's got a bunch of different colors and stuff on the wall. I'll need an investigation check from you as well.
Go ahead.
An 11.
So as you
We're all
start
doing
like looking over it, you're like, I think that there's some scratches here, but you're not sure if it's anything or if you're just seeing things.
Mm.
Yay!
What'd you get?
A 23.
Ooh.
19 plus 4.
So, as you send this light through it, and what color is your light? Is your light like white going through, or what color is your light?
It's a light blue.
So as you send this light blue through it, you kind of expected different shades of blue to shine through the crystal, but you've actually got like a rainbow of colors, and as you like twist and adjust the light on where exactly it's going through the crystal, the colors on the wall shift and adjust too. And you can make sense that there seems to be some sort of pattern to it. And the more that you twist the light and fine tune which direction you're pointing it, the more you begin to see a picture that these colors each represent a school of magic. You notice that no matter which way you shift, there's different colors, but all the colors for the schools of magic are present all the time. And you think that maybe that has something to do with how you would activate this
Is there anything in the room that has all of those colors on it?
Give me an investigation check.
All right. Let's see. All right, 18.
You are in a library, and you do find a couple of books that have all of the colors on, like, the binding, like a rainbow.
Okay, so there's more than one book?
There's a couple.
Are they like a series, or are they kind of scattered about?
They're all kind of clustered together, but they're not like right next to each other. They're all like in the section that talks about different schools of magic.
I think Rhysa will just grab as many of those as she can carry and bring them back. Like, well, school colors. School colors. Maybe there's something in here.
Orchid's gonna try, after watching Tomasz, to put a conjuration cantrip into the sort of gem thing.
What cantrip
Square
does she use?
cube. I think she's gonna use, or they're gonna use Mage Hand.
Okay.
And kind of like attempt to like focus that magic into the object.
So, as you try to push your mage hand like into the crystal, you feel a tiny bit of like sucking, like something pulling at your magic. And you feel like the crystal took your magic. Give me an Arcana check.
Sure. I'm gonna stop rolling with D&D Beyond because that has gone horrifically for me.
Feel free to roll your real dice.
Yes, that is not any better. A 12. We're more than the last time.
More than the last time. You get the idea that maybe it wasn't enough.
Okay.
Do you mention that to everybody?
I think they're definitely looking quizzically at the gemstone crystal. And there probably was some like magical effects that came off of their hands as they were trying to push the magic in. But I don't know if they would visibly immediately like, I don't think they would verbalize anything quite off the bat. I think they're still just like staring at it at the moment. But I think you would see that they like tried to put magic inside.
I think Rory is going to take hers and like set it against maybe it like or what are the walls made of in this library?
Well, the walls are mostly books and bookshelves.
Is there like a concrete area or like
the closest that you have to like a solid surface is like is the door.
can we go out into the hallway or is that forbidden?
She didn't specifically say anything about the hallway.
Okay. So Rory's gonna pick her crystal up and she's gonna go out into the hallway and kind of put it in the center. And she's gonna take out her wand and you see at the like tip of it kind of looks like a marker. And she's going to draw a rune on her hand and then cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. Okay.
It's gonna go so well.
What is your what is your intent?
I did just hit it with it.
What is your intent with this spell?
To give it magic. To give it evocation magic.
Okay. So
It's not like to harm it, it's
yeah.
just to give it magic.
Yeah, so you send out an Eldritch Blast. I still need an attack roll to see if you can aim correctly at this teeny tiny object that you've placed on the floor.
No, I think that's fair, yeah. That's a 16?
You said a 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you aim it, no problem, and you can feel, even as like the beam connects, that there's like a sucking energy. I will need an Arcana check from you.
Okay. Let's see. 18.
So you get the idea that you probably need to use something higher level. Like, it's taking what you're giving, but it needs like more substantial magic.
Okay.
Or it wants it, anyways.
Okay, so then she's going to draw another rune on her hand after she wipes her hand off, and she's going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay. Yeah, so the magic missile enters it, and as it does, you can feel it like absorbing all of the magic from the missile, and it starts to pulse. So instead of just being this crystal sitting there, it now has this like inner glow inside of the crystal that is pulsing.
I think Rhysa's head just like pops up from the book. Like, what did you do?
I hit it
Can't believe
with
that worked.
Yeah, me neither. And I thought I was going to blow it up.
I thought you were gonna get hit in the face.
Yeah.
Would have been pretty funny to see twice.
My
But
nose still
I cast
hurt.
Magic Missile at it the second time. The first time I cast Eldritch Blast. Sorry, I just learned it. So Eldritch Blast. And yeah, so that was the first time, and then the second time was the Magic Missile.
You cast something into it. If you shine a light through it, it shows that all the colors of the school is magic. Do you know what school Magic Missile is?
She thinks about it for a moment, and she goes, Evocation?
All right.
Evocation.
Let's see.
Orchid will try to copy and puts the crystal down on the ground and will toss an ice knife at it.
And what school of magic is ice knife?
Conjuration.
Okay. Yeah, so same thing. You can kind of see where your knife forms and it's going towards it. But then it just gets sucked into the crystal. And now your crystal has an inner light and is glowing.
Does it look any different than Rory's?
It does. It's a different color. The light that's pulsing on the inside is a different color.
Perfect. Josie, you have a talent for enchantment. I'll let you handle that one. And I'm gonna cast Mage Armor, but kind of like hold the gem to me and like cast it through that. So casting it on myself, but with the gem placed against like my chest.
Yeah, so you cast Mage Armor, and as you're doing it, instead of it settling around yourself like you're used to, it gets pulled and sucked into your gem, and it is now also pulsing with a different
level
color
spell.
glow than the other two.
And does that leveled spell trigger my
Yeah, roll a d20.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
While this is happening, Josie's kind of holding it up to the light and seeing if it catches it. And then she's going to kind of hold out her hand and cast Prestidigitation. And she's going to try to warm it up a little bit. So just like gently heating it in the palm of her hand.
Yeah, so since you're trying to like heat it up, and you can sense like for a second it warms up before the magic is all sucked inside of the gem, and it remains its normal room temperature temp.
It has to be a first level spell, I think.
Something a little more powerful than prestidigitation, I'm afraid.
That seems to make a lot of sense there.
We currently have abjuration, evocation, and my apologies, what was the last one?
Conjuration.
Conjuration. So if we are looking for the schools, we are in need of enchantment and transmutation. And necromancy, unless... Was that in the colors?
Yes.
It's usually black, but yes.
Anyone know a little necromancy? Sounds fun.
Did we get a divination?
Oh, divination too, yes.
Rory raises her hand when you asked if everybody knows necromancy.
Perfect.
So we have 2 more crystals looking to be activated.
Tomasz will take... Sorry, I was going to say. I think I had an idea. Tomasz will take a piece of chalk out of his pocket, and there's a clear spot on the ground. I can do a comprehend languages ritual. Let me see if that'll do the trick.
And what does your ritual look like, since it's more involved than just a normal action?
Yeah, absolutely. So Tomasz begins with a length of string and does the circle, and then shrinks it again, does the second internal circle, then begins with a series of Greek and Elder Futhark through the outer ring, and then tries to do the thaumaturgic triangle inside, but leaving the crystal in the middle. But he is not so good at the freehand triangle. It's a little isosceles when it should be equilateral. And takes a second, and he's like rubbing it out a little bit. and then tries to equilateral it out. And he's like, okay, at least I nicked myself this morning shaving. And he takes the spot he got him, and he rubs it a little bit to get a smidgen of blood. And then with that, he uses that to help complete and then kind of infuse the comprehend languages ritual, and then utters the final incantation with that.
All right. So as you finish your ritual, you feel the magic activating as it normally would, and instead of that clarity that comes with comprehend languages, you feel the magic around you shifting towards the gem that you placed in the middle of your ritual drawings, and it is glowing and pulsing just like the other 3, just a different color.
So realizing that the prestidigitation spell was not strong enough, Josie's going to hold it up again, up to the light, and say, maybe you just need somebody to sweet talk you a little bit. And she's going to cast Charm Person on her crystal.
Wonderful. And you can almost see it. It gives you a little something extra as you cast Charm Person on it. You feel the magic settle on the gem, and it starts glowing. But that first, initial pulse of light in the inside looks like a little heart, just for you.
Cute.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're all standing there, staring at your glowing gems, feeling like you accomplished something, that's where we're actually going to end the session, because we're going to need our other player to continue along. So I know that was a very short session, but I was very happy to have all of you with me. Unfortunately, Wraith was not feeling great today, so we're going to send her our well wishes, and hope that they're better for next time as we dive in more into this puzzle-making wizardly shenanigans. of this Silver Spell School. So, first up, before we do our closing round of who everybody is and where you can find everybody, we are going to do our dice giveaway. So anybody that is here, if you wish to be entered in the dice giveaway, you have about 30 seconds before I do this poll. So hashtag wizards with an S, wizards. You can be entered to win some dice. Or, well, not some dice, a D20. You will get a D20. So, I'm going to count you down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Suspense is killing me.
3, 2, 1. Wonderful. That is it. It has been done. We are doing it, and we are going to figure out how to do this. So, one of our wonderful players who had some awful luck in the beginning with his dice has won a new D20. Ben, congratulations. You will get to pick a D20 from my shop, and we'll coordinate getting that sent out to you. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
To Ben.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And so we're gonna do another round around the table. Give a little bit about yourself and where we can find you. And so we'll start with Lauren.
Yeah. This was a short session, but it was fun. Can't wait to see what we get into. But yeah, you can find me at Lauren's_openworld on Instagram. Technically I have a Twitch, haven't posted anything. We'll see if that changes. But look forward to seeing y'all next time.
Don't forget to mention she did do all of the fantastic character art for all of us. So all the art that you see on the screen and that you'll see on the tokens, it's all done by her. So she's amazing. Ben.
Super fast turnaround.
Yeah.
Yes, hi, I'm Ben. Apparently I have new dice to try and put through their paces next week. Those won't be seasoned either, but I'm super excited. You can find me on Twitter as Brick with an extra K, just BRICKK. And that's me. So thanks again. This is fantastic. I can't wait. I hope we get an extra session. This one 4, not 3, 4.
We shall see. Looking likely based on the fact that we had a short session.
Woo-hoo! Wizards, assemble!
Which brings us to Shanice.
So I love this. This is so much fun, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. Because, in the words of the great Liam O'Brien, what's sexier than wizards? Nothing.
Hell yeah.
So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shanice_Charday.
Awesome. Which brings us to Dusty.
Yes, again, my name is Dusty. You can find me on Twitter as Dusty Penny with 2 Ys. You can also find me on the Rainbow Dice Club podcast. That's just at Rainbow Dice Club on Twitter as well. I play Ivy, and that's also a lot of fun. And I am so very excited to continue playing. I love everybody's characters already, and I'm genuinely so excited to see how this party does.
So am I, Dusty. So am I. All right, and Jaqulin.
Oh my goodness. Hi, I'm Jaqulin. I use she, her pronouns. I played Orchid Thumperton, our resident Harangon. And you can find me on Twitter at Kakilia Games. I am found most of the time on Otherworldly Ventures YouTube, playing a druid in a Icewind Dale D&D actual play. But I do have to pitch that tomorrow night over on Otherworldly Ventures YouTube will be the premiere of a Dragon Age game, 3 sessions that I did not participate in as a player, but I produced solely on my own from beginning to end. It's a labor of love, GM'd by one of a fabulous TTRPG, Rose Bulbasaur. She's amazing, and I love her dearly. And it's amazing. It's Pride themed, lots of awesome queer moments. Brings me tons of joy to watch the players bring queer stories to tables. And so I highly recommend, if you have a moment. Tomorrow night starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on YouTube.
Awesome. And last but not least, myself. I am Carley Steichen, your Humble Dungeon Master, and I'm new to the streaming world, so all the support is appreciated, and I love it, and I love all these people that I'm playing with, and I'm so excited to see where this story goes and what kind of wizardly shenanigans we get into. I am so happy with all their work on our first puzzle. It went very well. Very excited. And you can find me here on Twitch. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter at Carley Steichen. And I have a Etsy store for all of my dice. So if you want dice, I do custom dice, and I also have pre-made dice, so you can guys go check them out. And there will be dice giveaways featured on almost all of my streams. It depends on how productive I am, as always. And I am, I'm figuring this out. I'm producing it all myself. I'm doing it all myself, and we're figuring it out as we go, but I'm having so much fun, and I love playing, and I can't wait to play with all of you guys again next week. And I hope to see all of you wonderful viewers there next week. If you missed today, you can check out the VOD. Will be up on Twitch soon, probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes. And then tomorrow it will be up on YouTube. So you can also feel free to tell your friends about either of those places. Armadillo Dice, both places. That's where you can find the VOD. And so thank you everyone for joining me. I had so much fun, and we're gonna pop off now. All right. Say your byes, guys. Say them loud. Say them proud.
Bye.